What's up guys, BriarRabbit here. Today I really want to talk about the PS Vita TV. So this has been on my mind for the last 24 hours. Since I made yesterday's video where I first found out about it, I've been thinking about it for the last 24 hours. And I got some real concerns about this thing. While I was initially pretty excited to see that, first of all, there would be a Vita available that will have an HDMI out so I could record Vita games. As I researched more and more, what I ended up seeing is that, a lot of games for the PS Vita are actually not going to be compatible with this thing. For the sole reason is that the PS Vita TV is going to come with a DualShock 3 controller, which doesn't have a touchscreen. So basically, any game that really needs a touchscreen for the PS Vita is not going to be playable on the PS Vita TV. And that's disappointing to me. I thought that it would be another reason to kind of buy into Sony's PlayStation brand and, just get a Vita, basically. If I could get a Vita and a Vita TV, it would kind of be the best of both worlds. And I was really excited about that. So my question to Sony is, why don't you just pack in the PS4 controller with the PS Vita TV instead of the PS3 controller? The PS4 controller has a touchscreen on it and would allow that thing to be used with PS Vita games that require a touchscreen. So I don't really understand that, and that makes me really confused. Now, the next thing I'm concerned about with this thing is that it comes with a DualShock 3 controller and not a remote control. So I think that the theory behind this for Sony is to kind of sneak a Apple TV competitor into the living room through gamers. So people who have PS Vita games who want to play them on the big screen TV are going to buy this thing and all of a sudden find out, hey, for $100 I can stream movies through Netflix, Hulu, and buy them off of the Sony PlayStation Store, similar to how you do it with the PlayStation 3. I think that's brilliant, but I think that the device does not come with a remote control is a little bit silly. I assume since it's using the DualShock 3 that it is controlled through Bluetooth, similar to the PlayStation 3. And anybody who has to deal with the PlayStation 3 and universal remotes knows that it is a complete nightmare. The PlayStation 3 does not have an infrared port on it, so you can't use a traditional remote control with it, such as a Logitech Harmony or something like that. You have to use a proprietary remote control or use the DualShock 3, and that sucks. The DualShock 3 sucks to use as a multimedia remote. It's just not a natural interface for trying to control movies or to input text. It takes forever to input text on a DualShock. It's not a good system. A lot of people have gone so far as to buy a keypad that plugs into the DualShock 3. And I don't know that that is going to be a viable option with the PS Vita TV. It seems like a lot of effort to go through. Now, there is the app that they've been talking about. Sony's been talking about this app that will connect to your PlayStation 4 and allow you to interface with your PlayStation 4 and control it that way, similar to the remote app in the Apple TV. And that's how I control my Apple TV. I find it very nice. You can type using either the iPad or the iPhone's keypad, and it just works a lot nicer. So if I want to search for a movie, let's say I want to watch Stand By Me, and I want to see if it's available on Netflix, I could search in Stand By Me by just typing on my iPhone, and that will be available for the PS4 too, not through the same app, but through a different app. I wonder if that app will work with this PS Vita, because having a DualShock 3 as your primary movie watching interface, that doesn't make any sense to me. And it's not going to make any sense to non-gamers. So the only people that are going to be using this thing are gamers. And gamers aren't going to be able to play all their PS Vita games on it, so who's going to buy this thing? It seems a little scattershot to me. Like, it's not an idea that has been wholly fleshed out. And I hope that Sony kind of holds back a little bit and rethinks this for a few minutes, because I actually think this idea is wonderful. Imagine if you could actually stream your PlayStation 4 games through this. So you have one PlayStation 4, console in the house, and you put a Vita TV upstairs in your bedroom, and you could actually stream your game up to the Vita TV from the PlayStation 4 and play it that way. Or you can, play Vita games directly on either device, a PlayStation 4 or a Vita TV. Or you can buy one movie on one device and watch it on your Vita TV, or your PlayStation 4. This is all brilliant stuff. This is the kind of stuff that Apple has worked out and has created an ecosystem which people are very hesitant to get out of. Where I think Sony has a real opportunity here. I like what they're doing, but I do not like the features of this PS Vita TV. And I'm reluctant to buy it because, you know, it's going to be, it seems like a half-baked device. And I kind of feel bad for Sony here because I don't think anybody's going to buy this just because of the limitations it has out of the box. Where I think version 2 of this could be an amazing device if it had some of those features I was talking about before. How about a real remote with infrared? How about a DualShock 4 controller so you can play all your Vita games? And how about connectivity with the PlayStation 4 so it could stream games from the PlayStation 4 and you could play, you wouldn't have to buy 2 PlayStation 4s to play it in different rooms. So that's what I think about the PS Vita TV right now. Tell me what you guys think. Are you gonna buy one of these things? I don't even know if it's gonna come out in America at this point. But it seems like a half-baked product to me, so let me know what you think. Hit that like button if you like the video, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.